It is 7:44. Tomorrow is the next big test for the 2008 presidential candidates. The Democrats are focusing their efforts in Nevada, while most of the Republicans are pressing the flesh in South Carolina. Political analyst Mark Curtis joins us live from Las Vegas to talk about where things stand. Morning, Mark.
Good morning, Tori.
Now, since we're starting in Nevada, remind people quickly what a caucus is versus a regular primary.
Yeah, we're having caucuses here in both parties tomorrow. This is just like it was in Iowa. People meet at their precinct headquarters or polling place. They gather together in a room. If 80 of them are for Hillary Clinton, they stand in one corner. If 30 are for Barack Obama, they stand in another corner. The Edwards people stand elsewhere. And then if somebody doesn't have enough votes for the so-called threshold to be viable, those delegates or precinct members can be lobbied to join another group. So if you happen to be, say, a Bill Richardson supporter, you could be lobbied to join the Hillary Clinton side now that Richardson's no longer in the race.
Okay, and there was a big ruling yesterday about some of these caucuses and where they can be held, and it was an advantage Obama, correct?
Oh, yeah. This is a huge ruling in federal court here yesterday, Tori. The Culinary Workers Union, as you know, Las Vegas has a huge restaurant scene, a lot of restaurant workers in this town, and they are unionized, and the Culinary Workers Union endorsed Barack Obama. Well, they're going to have 9 special polling places at casinos along the Strip. Well, the teachers union in the state objected to that. They said that's a special privilege to allow people working to vote while they work. And, of course, the teachers union endorsed Hillary Clinton. So they sued, took this to court and tried to block it. But, again, the culinary workers won. So they, which is a big block of votes for Barack Obama, they will be allowed to caucus tomorrow on the Strip at the casinos.
Mark, you've been in Nevada for a few days now. What's the mood there? Are people still excited? Are they getting sick of politics yet?
Oh, no, it's really exciting here because, in the old days of past presidential races, Iowa was important, New Hampshire was important, perhaps South Carolina, then Super Tuesday. A lot of other states in between got lost in the shuffle. The press didn't pay any attention. The politicians didn't pay much attention. Well, now we have a close race on both sides of the aisle, and everybody's paying attention to places like Nevada and other states in between, and people are really excited that somebody's taking notice and that their vote in Nevada is actually going to count in the presidential selection process, much like people in California are excited that their vote is finally going to matter in this process.
Now, you said you have noticed a shift among 2 campaigns. What are those 2 campaigns you've noticed some changes?
Well, Hillary Clinton, for one, is spending more time in Nevada, and the polls here indicate the latest Las Vegas newspaper poll shows her at 42% with a 9-point lead. I should point out the Reno paper has the Democratic race a 3-way dead heat. But Hillary Clinton looks to perhaps be losing now in South Carolina, so she needs a win. She's focusing more effort here. The other person doing the very same thing is Mitt Romney. Right now, the newspaper poll from the Las Vegas paper this morning has Romney in the lead on the Republican side. That wasn't always the case. Rudy Giuliani had been the front runner here. He faded. Romney looks to be doing perhaps poorly in South Carolina, so he needs a win. He's spending a lot of time in Nevada as well today and tomorrow.
All right, let's talk quickly about South Carolina. This is Republican only. The Democrats that get their turn in South Carolina in over a week.
Right.
But who is the lead right now in South Carolina?
John McCain is leading in the polls in South Carolina. He's trailed closely by Mike Huckabee. Many people look at this as a must-win for both of those men to gain momentum. And more importantly, if they win in South Carolina, get a lot more in terms of donations. Both the McCain and Huckabee campaigns are very low on money right now. And you have to remember the week following, the Florida primary takes place. Huge media markets there, very expensive to buy advertising. And, of course, the week after that is Super Tuesday with California and New York. Again, huge media markets. They have to raise money to buy all the TV ads they're going to need to compete in those states. And so it's a must-win, really, for Huckabee and McCain in South Carolina to, again, get more delegates, but more importantly, to get more money.
All right, Mark, one more question. Any predictions for tomorrow?
Well, I think the turnout's going to be very good here in Nevada as well as South Carolina. Tori, we had record turnouts in Iowa. We had record turnouts in New Hampshire. And what that says, usually if there's a record turnout early in the primary process, that means we could have a record turnout in November. So look forward to a lot of people voting tomorrow in Nevada as well as in South Carolina, more so than usual.
All right, Mark, always appreciate your analysis. And if you want more, you can always go to his website, markcurtismedia.blogspot.com. Thanks, Mark. Have a good time there.
All right, Tori, thanks.